Yes, welcome back to Introduction to Office Administration Module 1, topic number 3. Yes, let's continue where we stop. In this topic, we shall be looking at the inter and the intra means in the workplace. What does these two words mean, inter and intra? There are factors within a company and its department that influence how effectively and efficiently the business run, from the organizational structure, communications, engagement, and even the transaction that take place. So there are plenty of roles and relationships that exist within a business. You agree with me on that different company, different business have different structures. The way they run a spa is not the same way the ShopRite runs their own business. They might be selling the same content, but the way they administer or the procedures are different. So by evaluating and understanding this word, inter and intra operation in your business, you manage your company's subsidiaries, even you manage the teams, you also manage the departments and your employees successfully. So let us look at those two words, inter and intra, in a workplace environment. So what the word inter and the word intra means. Inter means an existing between. The word inter referring to what? It means an existing between, while the intra means within or an inside. So inter and intra, they are both previous or words that are placed before a steam well to change the definition. For instance, you are probably recognize this following word: the interstate, intramural, intersection, international, intrapersonal, internet. So they are inter and intra, within, existing between or within. Are we together? So let's move on a bit. So how do inter and the intra apply now in the business? Now that you've understood that the intrans means existing between, while the intrans mean existing within, then how do we apply those two words in a business sector? How do we apply those two in a business sector? Let us try to look at it more vividly. The concept of inter and intra play a huge role in almost every aspect of a business. Hello? Are we together? This concept of inter and the intra, it does what? It plays a huge role in almost every aspect of a business. Some example of how inter and intra can be applied in the workplace are employee engagement. Employee engagement. When you say employee engagement, we simply say you can measure an employee's engagement in two different ways. You can easily measure how does your workers performing using these two. How? By using the intra engagement and inter engagement. Ability to know how your employee or your workers are performing on duty by using the intra engagement and inter engagement. So when I say intra engagement, this is the measure of an employee's engagement with the job. Intra, between, with a job. In other words, is how committed an employee is to the working hard and performing work in their own duty. Intra engagement. You are trying to to see how these employees work or perform in their duty by using an intra-engagement. But when we are referring to the inter-engagement, you are referring to the employee's relationship with other departments and how willingly they are in collaborate or incorporate with other teams member. So the inter-engagement, it has nothing to do with how the employees itself performing on his own tasks, but you want to know how did he or she relate, communicate, engage, collaborate with other employee outside his own tasks. So we are using the intra-engagement and the inter-engagement. So a person can be engaged with a specific role, but they lack the engagement with other departments and teams. It will affect your business. It will affect your productivity. It will affect your end result if your employee or your workers are mainly conservant about their own tasks. Oh, what happened there in the I don't know. I'm only here. I'm working only here. So if they are only conversant with only their own role or their own tasks, but they lack the engagement with other departments or the team. So identifying and measuring an employee's type of engagement can help you address issues in the workplace more effectively. For instance, if a member of your staff is obviously invested in their work but their inter-engagement is suffering, you should examine how their role interacts with other divisions and departments rather than whether the job function is good to fit for them. How do you relate with others in other offices, in other departments? Are you just only on your own alone? So this make you to judge or to measure the inter and the intra engagement part of it. Please read these notes more meaningful to yourself and get some other stuff on net and study better on this topic. So this is the end of this topic number 3. Then our next topic, we shall be looking at departmental communication. How do we communicate within our department? Thank you. See you again in the next topic.